You know, we're not building a church, as my father-in-law used to say. I'm a little leery about this clearance right here to the steering shaft, but I even used my feet. Anyway, I do have the transmission in there, so I'll tell you cut. I do have, and this was a victory. Probably not a big deal. Stand by. Take you underneath and show you that. Stand by. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, I'm calling a victory here. I think this thing is installed. Let me show you what I got. The headers are bolted in. The engine is bolted in. The clearance issues we had with the headers, I finally broke down and I gave it the big old dent. And so I'd like to thank David Freiberger. They did dyno testing on what it does to the engine when you put dings in the headers. And actually what they found was the engine didn't care. So we'll see what happens with old cylinder number 6, but I think it's going to be just fine. We do have more clearance issues near the frame. It actually, I think I could probably get a piece of paper in between there, but the frame will definitely get a little warm in that spot. Probably going to need to do some more clearancing. I don't have the scatter shield in yet, so that's going to be the next challenge, and I may need to kind of tug on the back of the motor to get it down enough to get the scatter shield on it. We'll see. So that's going to be the next wrestling match. The big goal all along is to get this thing assembled, and so I want to get the scatter shield in there and then stuff the transmission back in there. Got a drive shaft for it. I need to get that measured and shortened, and so we're doing the best we can here on a Tuesday. Oh yeah, the $20 master cylinder I got from the swap meet, surprise, surprise, it didn't work. And so my buddy Scott Davis came over with his stellar diagnosis skills. We determined that master cylinder was bad, and so ordered a 69 Corvette manual disc brake master cylinder. So we'll see how that one does. It's brand new. I think it's going to be fine, but I need to get, of course, fittings, because right here where it goes in, it needs a little adapter fitting where the other one didn't. So I should be able to get those at my local O'Reilly's. And so we're close to having brakes. We're close to having an engine and transmission in this thing. I'm going to keep pushing today. We'll see how we end up. Thanks for watching. Stay in school, kids. This work is not for the faint of heart. Got this thing in here, bell housing, wrestle it in there. Pretty much at this point, I'm not worried about scratching things up. I want to get this thing done. Anyway, my favorite part is the clearance we have here for the drain plug. So yeah, should work actually. Drain plug threads are not that deep, and so should be able to get that out of there. We're going to find that out after the thing fires. So that's just the way this is going to go. Anyway, next step is the transmission. And so we'll make sure we pull this out and see if we can get that transmission in here. It's been in here before, so hopefully it'll slide back in with the belt or with the cross member and everything. And we're going to go from there. I'm looking forward to having this thing in place and probably going to move it over to the hoist and start doing some of the other little things, including exhaust. All right, folks. Well, it's just after 5 o'clock and it is going to be quitting time. It has been a full day out here. Well, here's how we ended up. Look at that hack job. So I did not want to take the header loose. Basically, you gotta take the engine loose to get these headers in and out. And so I left it in there. I used the tools I had and I cut that A-arm. It was really hard to do because it was so beautifully painted by my buddy George, but we have clearance. So that thing, actually when the car's on the ground, it'll rotate up a little bit. And so it clears. The header's still kind of close to the frame back there. You can see that, but it's tiny, but there's a slight bit of clearance there. So we're gonna have to see how that ends up. I do have, and this was a victory, I do have the transmission in there, so I'll take you underneath and show you that. Stand by. Okay, here we have one Tremec TKX. So got it bolted in. It's at least bolted to the scatter shield and clutch fork. Thanks again, Fred Davis. And throwout bearing are all in there. It was slow going and a challenge to get the transmission in. I had to use my trusty Harbor Freight jack and ended up using a couple of long bolts. You're not supposed to suck the transmission into place with the bolts, and I did not do that. I had a couple of long bolts and kind of muscled it up in there with the jack and got the long bolts in there so the transmission was at least supported and wasn't hanging off of the input shaft. And then slowly but surely just worked it into place. I even used my feet. Anyway, got it in there and got all the bolts in and tight, and so that's exciting. This is still the stock cross member, and I did have to trim it. I put that in an earlier video. I need to make sure this is going to work. I started to try to line up the holes. It is not bolted in yet, and I'm not sure it's going to work quite right. And if you look, the transmission's actually a little bit off to the left in the tunnel. Probably not a big deal. You know, we're not building a church, as my father-in-law used to say. Hopefully going to be fine there. Still got to get a drive line loop and all that good stuff. There's the drive shaft. Got that, started cleaning that up. So I'm at a point now where I could measure the drive line length to get that shortened. And so that's going to be one of the next steps. Stand by. The other thing we got done today is the fittings for the master cylinder. So got that bench bled and then on the car, and I finally have a little bit of pedal. So gonna need to do gonna have to finish bleeding the brakes, get the air out of the lines, but it's gonna have brakes. And so now that the headers are in, it's time to hook up the steering, get the steering column back in the car. I'm a little leery about this clearance right here to the steering shaft, but I'm hoping it's gonna make it. And so I don't want to put any more dents in those beautiful American racing headers, but I will if I have to. At this point, we want to make it run. And so, yeah, all the pretty stuff is going to have to take a back seat. Let's get this thing running and driving. So we got some test driving to do for the Redwood Rally. All right, we're going to leave it off there, folks. Man, what a battle and what a mess. I mean, I just drug all the tools out and just used what I could and thrashed. Hey, shout out to our local Clackamas Auto Parts in downtown Oregon City. It's been there for a zillion years. I need to go in there more to get my stuff. They had Remflex gaskets. They had the brake fittings I needed. They had the fuel pump gasket I needed. The things I went down there for, they had in stock. They didn't know I was coming. I didn't order anything. I should have gotten the name of the guy who helped me. Dan, I think, owns the place, and I said hi to him too. But the guy who helped me took me right to the parts. It was a great experience, very smooth. Clackamas Auto Parts in Oregon City. Check them out. Go get your stuff there. And they have a little machine shop off to the side as well. Anyway, yeah, the engine and transmission are bolted in this thing. The headers are where they're gonna stay. I gotta put the gaskets in there still, and I need to get some header bolts. The ones I have I don't like, they're gonna rust. And so ARP stainless header bolts will be going on this thing. Got the carburetor I need to rebuild still, but I don't wanna get ahead of myself. Everything on the transmission is bolted in the car. Obviously the clutch is in it, scatter shield and all that. I need to hook up the speedometer cable. I got a little adapter for modern driveline for that. So I need to get that in there. I need to put oil in the transmission, which I'm gonna do through the shifter hole, and then get the shifter on that thing. That's gonna be kind of exciting. The cross member, I'm still not sure that is long for this car. It's the original cross member. It kind of fits in there. The fuel filter that I put in the frame is a little bit in the way of the cross member now. So not an engineer. Not really much of a planner either, apparently. Anyway, I think we'll be able to make that work though. I do think it'll bolt in there. Need to get the drive line shortened. And so now that everything's in place, I should be able to measure that. So I'll call the local driveline shop here, figure out exactly what measurements they need, and then get that going as well. And so what a battle. This thing is just fighting me. And so, yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to getting this thing fired up. There's still a lot of little things I need. I don't have an MSD box. I don't have an alternator. I don't have any radiator hoses. Obviously, the core support and all that I need to put in it. I don't have a fan for the radiator. And so still some things I need to source and buy and get in here. Most of the stuff I've gotten up to this point has either been Amazon or Summit. The Moroso mounts, the Moroso part number I plugged into Amazon, those aren't the mounts that are on the car. I ended up going back to the short Moroso mounts that are actual Moroso brand. The ones that I got came from Amazon, and they are counterfeit, made in China. Fudatong long fix motor for Chevy replace 62510. Bad, 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 all kinds of bad. So those will go back to Amazon, and yeah, I'm sorry I went that way. I should have gone to Summit for those mounts, but convenience. So anyway, you get what you pay for. Those are going back. I'm not putting those on this car. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Bear with me as I fight through this thing. I am dying to get this thing running and take it on the Redwood Rally. That's the plan. Thanks for watching.